Hi, Phil. Thank you so much for agreeing to be interviewed by me. How are you today?
Very well, yourself?
Good, thank you very much. So, in my mission to inspire and support others to look after themselves better and their relationship better, I set myself to interview at least four successful business person, successful in their own right. So I get to know their success secrets, their challenges, and how they actually overcame their challenges to become successful now in various areas of their life. So, are you okay to go ahead?
Not a problem at all.
Wonderful. So, you are a director of Lafayette Group, that is a building management company. How long have you been a director of your company for?
The company's been around in the family for over 25 years, but I've been the director just a little bit over 10 years.
Great. And many business coaches out there normally ask their client, what is your why? To inspire them to reach goals and so on. So, what is yours?
Well, look, I'm passionate about people and family, and being able to make a difference is very important to me, and that's my why. I guess you have to have a purpose, and because without it, you cannot move forward. So my purpose is to make a difference and to stay passionate with everyone around me.
Great. Now, I heard that you had a difficult start in life growing up before you became a successful entrepreneur. So, would you be willing to share with us briefly on your tough journey and what was the turning point for you there?
Sure. I actually left home at the age of 17. It was my choice, and
Yeah.
ended up in the streets.
Yeah.
Were there times I wanted to give up? Definitely yes. But I thought to myself, there's a lot more less fortunate people out there than myself. I thought if I can make it through this, that I would be able to help my family and others a lot more. We are all people of the same level, and people are just at different stages of their life, but we are all of the same level. So, looking back and evaluating where I was and taking the good with the bad and prioritising what I need to do for myself to make it right for me first before I could help others was important. That's where I stepped it up and worked towards little goals, not the big ones, just so I can get off the streets. Everyone in life has their battle scars, and I've had mine. And I think these battles, mistakes, and obstacles and sufferings are lessons of life, and it determines the person who we are today. So, overall, some of the obstacles, even in business, you're always going to have hurdles in business, and it's how you deal with it and what you put into it will determine what you get out of it.
Yeah. And can you share with me just one example of the menial sort of job or the job that typically people sort of like, "Ugh, what is that job?" In the past when you were struggling growing up there, something that you
Okay.
had to do.
In business or in
No, no,
person?
no, no. Before you went to business, when after you left home and then that struggle, what was the kind of like lowest job that you had to do to survive?
Look, I did. I always worked between 2 to 3 jobs. Worked in the seafood industry for
Yeah,
14 years,
yeah.
and also worked in what they call the scullery at Qantas, which is Qantas catering in the kitchen, washing pots and pans.
Ah, okay. Yep.
Then worked my way up. So that was my fitness. That was and at the same time I was getting an income and keeping fit at the same time. So you always have to see the positive out of the negative in everything you do,
Yes.
whether it be work, life,
Yep.
and in business.
Yep.
So, and people used to laugh at me. I had no support at all. And that's why now I'm very passionate about people and supporting them.
Yeah.
So, overcoming all that, did I give, I never was a sheep that followed what everyone else did.
Yep.
So I always stayed focused on what I needed to do as well.
Yeah.
And that's where I gradually grew in the business, in moving from one avenue to the other. So, and that was because I'm no better than anyone else. It's just I put into it, as I said, which determined what I got out of it.
Yeah. Amazing view of life and amazing mindset that you had. I love this. It's very inspiring. And now, how many employees and contractors do you have currently? Because you have your companies just keep growing, right?
Sure. Yeah, it's been growing substantially, which is I've been blessed.
Yep.
We do currently have 60 direct employees and access to over 1,200 subcontractors.
Amazing.
I also, we always have challenges with them as well, and with all the people that we deal with, staff and the contractors.
Yeah.
And I regard them as family.
Okay, because my next question would be like you're like the father or the parent of many children, just your team members. I'm sure there are temper tantrums here and there, just like having children. How do you deal with them?
As I said, I regard them as family, and what is family? You're always going to go through, obstacles. There's always going to be, misleading ideas and going through everyone's mind and whatnot, and there'll be a lot of headaches. But through tender love and care and the way you deal with it, show a bit of empathy, and welcome them, and also to give their ideas into the company, give them responsibility, give them. Make them accountable for the areas they work in. At the same time, they are your mentors as much as we are their mentors. So we can learn a lot from them as well. But treating them with that respect brings culture to the business. If you keep the same morals and principles, ethics in life as you do in the business, and most importantly, to work with the people who carry the same values, which is crucial. They've got to not only see the vision but believe in it, and then you cannot lose in business.
Yeah, so it's amazing to hear that you create this culture of treating people like family and respect them and show empathy, and you value their values. Therefore, in turn, they give that back to you.
Exactly.
And grow the company. Yeah, very clever. Now, your company grows exponentially. So I'm curious to see what is your number one secret.
I follow two main mottos in business and in life. One, you never limit yourself or you limit your growth. Yeah. That's the first one. But most importantly, you don't hesitate. Hesitation causes pain. So at the end of the day, where you need to go, what you need to do, and you just stay focused and you get it done. Never hesitate.
Right. Can you give me one particular example where hesitation can block you?
Sure. We always, I was told, really earlier this year, I did a property summit. Is one example.
Yeah.
People last year said I couldn't do it. My head is in the clouds. Got your introverts and your extroverts. You need a bit of both in life. But those who have their heads in the clouds is not necessarily daydreaming. It's about creating opportunity and not waiting for it and making it happen. So if I did hesitate and listen to everyone, and even my accountant was actually saying cash flow. They were worried about cash flow, which is the main thing that the accountants do.
Yep.
They put a hold on it. They said to me, look, you might put the company down. But I thought to myself, it's a risk that I'm willing to take because we're leveraging our money. It's opening up other opportunities that we've never had before. And, and if I did hesitate, I wouldn't be where I am today doing all the pre-settlements and other avenues of my business. So it was this property summit, that created probably another half a dozen avenues of my company. It's internal brought in the cash flow.
Yeah, there you go. Amazing. So never hesitate, even when your accountant advises you otherwise.
True.
Yeah.
You've got to. How can I say? Calculated risk, and if you know that what you're going to get, and if you're feeling you know your industry better than your accountant does.
Yeah.
So the accountant's all about figures, mate. With all respect to them, but you know your industry, and you know where you need to go, and you know what the outcome will be.
Yeah.
In return. So return on investment, the ROI. I I knew that it was going to come our way.
Amazing. So you're the father of 4 beautiful kids. So one more in the mix. Congratulations. How do you overcome their temper tantrums so you can inspire other parents that may watch this to consider your strategies?
Sure. Well, same principle applies. As at work and at home, you never change your ways. You stay genuine, open, but you always stay assertive. I'm always assertive with my kids. I'm not aggressive with my kids because at the end of the day, you don't want to show anger. That teaches the kids to be the same in the future. You want to be assertive and give them responsibilities and accountabilities of what they do, and reward them obviously at the end. Discipline them by giving them those responsibilities, but at the same time, be more of a friend, not just a father figure. Being that kind of relationship with your children, just being a parent, is crucial to them being able to listen and learn the right morals and principles and ethics of life as well.
Yeah, great, thank you. And what was the funniest story that happened with the kids? If you can share it briefly, just 1 second. This is the dilemma of working mom, okay? So I have to bring someone small in the picture because she's been asking for attention. Just 1 second.
That's okay.
And I don't edit my interview, so hello, that's Uncle Phil.
Hey, you've grown so much, so adorable.
So yeah, the question, what was the funniest story with your kids?
There are endless amounts of of moments that you embrace with your children. One that does come to mind, we love our movies, and our music. So we sit and listen to a lot of music videos. And at one time, my kids, my wife, and I were listening to Katy Perry's "Raw." Yes. And and that was the famous song of the time, in the top 10.
Yeah.
And after the song ended, I said to my kids, I reverted back to them. I said, "I'm a lion, hear me roar," and I went meow instead. And they started laughing hysterically and all that. After the laugh, though, I decided to actually give them that area at the top of my lungs a massive roar. And when I did that, they in turn jumped and turned around and ran straight into the wall. And that was funny, because I forgot that there was a wall behind them. It's those moments that are priceless.
Yes, definitely. Oh gosh. I'm sure you have many more, but how do you look after yourself and your relationship? I mean, to me, this is a very, very important question because this is part of my mission. So I'm intrigued to see how do you look after yourself and your relationship?
You've got to have balance. Balance is important, balance between work, between family. The time that you put into succeeding in your business is also required for a successful relationship, and staying healthy as well. You need your sleep, you need to eat healthy. You have some downtime for yourself, but also some downtime with the family as well. Your work never ends, and there is a common saying that there are not enough hours in the day.
So, of course, especially when you are a business owner, that really, you can really relate to that.
It can take its toll. So that's where time management is important for both work and home, and you time manage it and create the time that you do need. So, I take every Tuesday off where I work from home, which I'm more productive, but I actually take the kids to school, pick them up. Yeah. And my wife has her downtime, her own time to go get her nails and hair done, and that's her time. Yeah. I'm at home. I've got the other 2 little ones there, but I'm very productive and get all my emails and my proposals and everything else that I need to do at home. Yeah. And sometimes it's more productive. So
whilst minding the kids.
While minding the kids, So it does help having that extra day at home when you need that time for yourself, either to catch up or to even just relax. And then my weekends are my weekends with my family. And we take holidays, 3-4 times a year throughout the school holidays. We go away and we embrace those moments as a family.
Yeah.
So you've got to have that. You've got to embrace those moments, and also more importantly is that you don't want to miss out on your kids' events or those special moments either. So I send myself a calendar invite for any events my kids have. I can make sure that I'm always present there and I'll block it out.
Yeah.
So that's
So
kind
you
of
can be
balance
there
to
for
me.
them.
Yeah.
Very nice, very nice. And my last question would be, what is your advice for others to look after themselves better?
Sure. Whatever it is in life or with business, you never put anyone else before yourself. And you'll be able to assist others more if you yourself are in a good place. So never worry what others think of you and stay genuine. Don't get involved in the politics of the game.
Yeah.
Never expect anything or you will be disappointed. You define you. No one else defines you. And you have your own roadmap. And because the minute you compare or look at others, the minute you lose focus on yourself and direction of where you're heading. So no one should deter you from where you need to go, so to speak. So, my advice, you can say no for the right reasons to be able to help more long term rather than put yourself in a position where not only are you affecting everyone else, but you are affecting yourself more importantly.
Yeah. Great. Well, thank you so much for answering my questions. Very valuable. Even though we're in the same age, I feel like you're a lot more wiser than myself. So I have a lot to learn.
It's not about being wiser, and it's not about being that was smarter or any better. You have good traits in what you do, and I can learn a lot of you as well. We're there to mentor each other throughout the course of life. Doesn't matter what sex, age, or race we are.
Yeah.
We're all there. We're all equal, and even this little one here in front of you, sitting on your lap at the moment, Harmony, she'll probably be educating us in the long run as well.
Definitely, no doubt about that. Yeah, you're the best teacher of patience.
Exactly.
Cool. All right, all the best for the future, Phil, and then have a great day. Thank you so much for today.
Thank you. Anytime. You take care.
Chat to you soon.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.